Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I'm going to bring to you a video on some resin art. So we're going to take out our UV resin. This is actually Let's resin that I put into my hard glue resin bottle. So this is the resin that I actually use. It's called Let's Resin. This is the extra large container, so I'm able to pour it into another container. So I did clean out some of my little bottles so that I could use it a little easier, because these are easier to work with. So anyway, these are some that I already did, and these were the first two that I completed. This one, not happy really at all with this. It's very bumpy on the back. I put some glitter to kind of cover stuff up, and I'm not thrilled with it. I love this glitter though, and I'm really kind of sorry that I used it on the back of this because it didn't help the front at all. So, oh well, you live and learn, right? And that was all. I just have a teeny tiny bit of that glitter left in this container, probably not enough to do anything with. This was the second one that I did, and it's got dried flowers in it and a little, I didn't put any sparkles or anything in this one, but I added a little tiny butterfly that my friend Robin sent me and some rhinestones, and it came out a bit prettier, and I like it. And then this was the next one that I did, and I haven't finished this one yet, but I do love this one. I did put some of my clear sparkles in there, clear and silvery sparkles, and some dried flowers. And you can see this one turned out really, really pretty. I love it. Then I decided to take one, and I didn't do dried flowers. I used one of my little butterflies. And if I can find one, I think I used this one, which is one of the butterflies that I get from Temu. And so this is the one that I put into here, and then I added some of my little nail stickers to it and added some flowers to it. I hope you guys can see this because it's really, really gorgeous. This one turned out absolutely stunning. Let me see if I have maybe a darker background that I can put it on. Maybe you can see a little bit better what the butterfly turned out like. So that's what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? It came out so beautiful, and then I added some of my little nail roses and pearls and stuff to it, and then some rhinestones over here, and of course I bordered it in rhinestones. And I absolutely love this one. I'm not done with it yet. I'm going to add some stuff to that and to this one. But today we're going to start fresh. And what I did was I took out a couple of my cutouts of some different things. I got a bumblebee and a couple of butterflies here. So I thought we'd try that today. So let me read you a quote that I found this morning. It's a pretty good one. You know, with all the craziness going on in the world, it seems like people are a little angrier these days, and just things are just weird these days. So let me go ahead and read this to you. It says, even if you get the opportunity to treat them the way they treated you, no matter how difficult it was, no matter how angry you feel, no matter how hard it is to do, I hope you find the strength to choose to do better and let the universe take care of the situation. So we all know what the universe is, and you know, I choose to let God take care of my situations these days because they seem to be plenty. You know, it's just awful, the things that are happening these days. So anyway, I do have some dried flowers that I think I may try and use in this today. Let me see what I have in this package. These are some different ones than I used in the first ones. I don't have much in the way of dried flowers, you guys. I'm sorry. And really, these aren't much. I may use some of these little purple bits, though, just because I think they might be pretty kind of coming up alongside the the butterflies. Let's take a couple of these out that look pretty nice. Let's see. That looks like a nice one. And these are just like a purple color, so, but not like a heavy-duty bright purple or anything. So we'll just put those out there so that we can snip them off and use them. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me fix this other light. I notice my doggie is starting to shed just a little bit, my little puppy. So I am finding a couple of her hairs around, so I've got to get to getting her de-shedding. So yeah, anyway, okay, let's get started. So really what I'm going to do to start out here, I hope everybody's doing well, and please make sure, I'm going to tell you this at the beginning of the video, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and share my videos. We're trying to grow the channel here, and best way to do that is with those thumbs ups. Those comments mean the world to me, you guys. I love answering your comments. I do answer all of them. And so right now, I'm not at a number where it's impossible for me to get back to people. So if you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you. It may not be, you know, within a day or so, but it will happen. And I'll make sure that I get back to you because I do keep them all listed so that I can go through them on a daily basis, and anything that I haven't responded to is there for me to provide a response with. So just make sure that you leave those comments, you guys. And I hope everybody is doing well. This mold, I got 2 of them from my friend Sherry. She sent them to me in Happy Mail. And so I was so excited because I was actually looking at hearts and to possibly buy some to do some resin stuff with. So and then I got these in the mail and it was just awesome. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take and I'm going to put some resin, and I'm going to do 3 of these at one time, just so that we're not, you know, really slowing down the process. There's no reason why we can't just kind of at least do this part all together. And we're going to put a decent amount of resin in the bottom of these. We don't need a ton, but I want to get enough so that I can lay these images in there and get them to sort of be flat when I drop them in. So this will provide me a flat surface in between to put my images in. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little handy dandy torch. I got this on Amazon. I'll put a link to these torches on my description menu so that if you guys are interested in getting them, they work really great. Look at how awesome that is. It's very quiet. It's not loud or obnoxious or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to get some a toothpick, because I can see that there's bubbles sort of in the bottom here, and I want to bring those bubbles up more close to the surface so that I can get them to also pop, because I don't want a whole bunch of bubbles in here. So I'll turn that around. So I'm just gonna try and get those popped. And just the fact that you warm up the resin kind of helps those bubbles to pop. It's the heat that pops the bubbles. So that's about it. I'm not going to do that too much. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under my UV lamp for about 60 seconds, and then we'll come back and start working with our butterflies. And that'll cure all the way through because it's clear resin, so I can just put it in. I do flip them over and cure them again before I finish them, just because I like to make sure that the underbelly is nicely cured as well. So what I'm going to be doing, just kind of in between, we'll work on this because I do want to finish this one up as well. And I also got some beautiful, beautiful trims from Sherry that I want to use on these. And this may not be so easy. This, I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to put it on the back side here. And I want to get this, I'm going to have to actually nip the corners off of the one edge of these because it's just a slightly too big for this heart. And I do want to get it at a certain point here where this teardrop piece is showing. So I've got it upside down here. I'm going to take and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right on these corners here. And I'm gonna pop this down on my heart where I want it so that that teardrop is centered. And then that's what it's gonna look like. See, it's a little crooked, so I'm gonna have to resituate this here. And the glue, the purpose of this glue is not to make this stick right now. It's just to make it stay. And in fact, I'm just going to hold it like this and put a drop of glue right there and right there and let that dry. And I think it's, whoops, keywords, let that dry. And I moved it so that it's not in the right place again. Goodness gracious, Carol. There we go. Okay, so we're going to let that dry here. So we'll just put that aside. And we've got these hearts ready. So what we're going to do is the first thing I'm going to put down is I will put down my little images. And what I want to do is I want to put some resin under them. Make sure I don't have any glue strings that are going to go across there. I'm going to put a nice little bit of resin underneath. And make sure it covers that whole section. And I'm not really squeezing very hard on this bottle, you guys, right now. I'm just kind of spreading it around with the bottle than anything. But I do want to make sure that it's covering that whole section. And the good thing about working with this UV resin is it doesn't cure until it goes under the light, so the UV light, so I can work with it. And that's why we're able to do 3 of these at one time. There we go. Make sure I get this in your view. Okay, and then I'm going to take my torch before I put these down, and I'm just going to pop any of the bubbles that might be right there on the surface. And then I'm going to take each of these. First one is going to be this little butterfly, so we'll put her in the top one. I'm just going to kind of put her in the center there. And then I've got this pretty butterfly. And you know, I didn't really check to make sure these were all going to fit exactly, so I hope they do. This one's a little bit bigger, but I think it's gonna be okay. It goes right up to the edge there, but that's okay. And then we have our bumblebee, and this one I'm really praying fits in here because this one I'm excited about. I love my bumblebees, you guys. And so we're going to lay our bumblebee in there now. And I'm going to take my little toothpick here. And I actually left the antennas on this bumblebee because I figured it was going into the resin, so there's no way it's going to break off once this is cured. And usually I do cut those off because I don't know what I've got in there. Because they will break off if I'm doing my little bumblebees. They'll just kind of break off and they won't look good. So it doesn't work. They're too thin. So, but I thought this way I can do it and I don't have to worry about them breaking. That one's under there nicely. And our bumblebee wings are a little bit long, but that's okay because I'm just going to kind of let them kind of go with the curvature of the heart here. Because outside of those wings, it fits in there very nicely. And the wings only, they don't quite go up to the edge of the heart. So that should be just fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut off a little bit of our dried flowers. So let's nip a couple of pieces off here. And I do like this one. And this one's a little shorter, so that's good. And I wish this one was a little shorter at the where it meets, because I'd like to keep one together, but that's just not going to happen here. It's too long. But that's okay. I wanted to keep the leaf in there. And then let's see, we might as well just cut these, get them ready. Okay. Oh, I've got one more. Uno más. Whoops. And this will nip right there. And right there. Okay. Well, that leaf is pretty tore up, so I don't know that that would look very good. So we'll just leave the leaves out this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little handy dandy tweezers here that are a little sticky, so hopefully these won't stick to it. And we're going to put some of these flowers down. I want to make sure that I put them in a direction that they're going to look nice. Just coming out from behind the butterfly. Actually, I think I want a small piece, and I think what I'm going to do is cut this one right at the base of the flowers. And pretty side down. Just like that. And then that one. And maybe one more small piece here in the middle. Oops. To go right. Whoopsies. Don't stick to my pliers or my tweezers. There we go. All right, I like that. Okay, so now let's get another one going. So we'll put this piece. Let's see, that one's not as pretty. Let's grab a pretty one. I need to order some more dried flowers is what I need to do. because I don't have, I did have a bunch of them, and I may still have them in my cabinet in here, but I have a bunch of boxes that are covering the doors of that cabinet right now because I'm in the process of organizing. Yay. And so it's not easy to get to them right now. So this one is just not cooperating very well. There we go. And this one looks kind of nice. It's kind of sparse, but I like that. Maybe we'll put this one over on this side. Like that. And we'll take this little one. And let's see, how do we want that to go? I want it to show. Maybe we'll just put that one kind of up there higher. Yeah, I like that. And that way it'll kind of stick out, have a little bit more to stick out on the side of the butterfly. And then this one, over here, there. Okay, and then for our bumblebee, bumblebee's got to have some flowers too. We'll just kind of lay those around in there. I like this sprig right here. This is a nice one. I'm going to break it right there. Keep that little one. There we go. And I'm going to have that one go up that side. And we'll do this little tiny one down here. Oops. Maybe I'll just put those little, let those little bits drop in there too. Why not? Because this one's got a nice big space in the center here that I want to put some flowers in. I can see now I didn't get a lot of resin on this middle one, or either that or the butterfly kind of soaked it all up. That's probably more like what happened. Okay, just like that. I think that's good. And now we're going to take our resin. What did I do with it? And we're going to add some more. We want to put it underneath these so that the images can kind of soak it up, and that way they won't float to the top of this. So we're trying to prevent floating here. And I don't want to fill it all the way to the edge because I also want to add some sparkles in here. So we're going to add a little bit of our glitter just to add a little more interest to it, because it does look really, really pretty in there. But again, I'm trying not to add too much because I do want to be able to add one more layer of resin to the bottom side of this. So the bottom, well, the top right now, but it will be the bottom. So that it's nice and smooth, and so that the back side's going to look pretty as well as the front side. So that looks like that'll do for now. And then we'll take our toothpick, use this one here, and just sort of press these down. Just like that. Try to get them up under that resin. There we go. I think these are going to be really pretty, you guys. I really do. I'm excited to see how these turn out. Okay, so we've got that, and then I'm going to take my sparkles, and I'm just going to use, whoopsies, I'm going to use my fingers this time to sprinkle these in. And you can see I'm almost out. This is the last of my my clear silvery sparkles that I got from Temu. So I'm hoping they're going to get them in soon. And as soon as I know I can order them, I'll let you guys know that they're back in so that you guys can order this glitter. Every crafter should have some of this glitter on hand. I'm telling you, you guys, it's awesome. I still love it. And I've been using it in everything. I know, and it probably drives you guys crazy, but that's just how much I love this glitter. It just, anything it touches, it turns to gold. So it really, really makes these pop. And if you use these for like as a rear view mirror hanger or light catcher in your car, oh my word, the sun just kind of shines through them and sparkles, and it's gorgeous. And then you have the clear from the resin. And you guys can see I'm not using colored resin for this. And I really feel like for these, it's best not to. Especially when you're like using the dried flowers and stuff, because that's kind of where you're getting your color. And if you add too much color in the resin, then the other stuff you put into these is not going to show up very well. So just remember that when you're making something like this, because you can lose some of your design just by, you know, some of the prettiness of the design just by putting too much color in to your resin. So some things just don't need added dyes and inks to the resin. Sometimes I think people do it just because, and there's no need to do it if you don't need it. And I will never put dyes in my resin just because. If I put it in there, it's because I want that color, that particular color in my piece, and not just for the sake of putting dye in there. Those dyes are a pain in the rear sometimes to work with, if I must be truthful. And I'd rather not use them if I don't need to. So that's just my opinion. And I really haven't found any, like even like the mica powders, for me, some of those, they just turn out too powdery looking, like chalky looking, and they don't look pretty. They don't put out a pretty color sometimes, and so I don't like that. However, I do have on my wish list in Temu some, it's for nail art for fingernails, but it's a powder that gives a metallic look. Now that is something that I definitely want to try, because I think it would, especially to use on the backs of some of my pieces, I think it might really be nice. Okay, so we are going to put these under my light. I'm going to put them under for 90 seconds. And then I am going to flip them over and I'm going to put them in for another 90 seconds because I really, really want these to be completely cured on all sides so that I don't ruin it. And it's not worth being too anxious for because then I won't have what I'm trying to do. So this one here, what we're going to do here is we're going to add some resin just back here to this, kind of where we put the glue, and we're going to make sure that that is resined down really well. And I'm putting it across the metal part and the heart, and I'm going to pop that under there as well. Right now, for a second, I'm going to just hold it down as well because it's not sitting flat. And as soon as that resin starts to cure, it'll sit flat and it'll stay down, and the rest of it will cure nicely. So, yeah. So, it's in there. We're going to do the same thing to this, but you guys, real quick, I'm going to go get some of my trim so that you can see what we're going to add to at least one of these. Okay, so look at this. I'm going to show you this and a couple of the other trims she sent me. Not everything, but you guys, oh my word, look at this trim. Is that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, Sherry, thank you so much. I saw this and it blew my mind, you guys. I am in love with this trim. She also sent me some others. These are some that I've never seen before. She sent me some of this trim. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my word. So I might use a piece of that. And I've got that. That's the AB. And then I've also got that in the clear rhinestones. And I've got this twisted somehow. I don't know what I've done here. There we go. And so this is the same thing in the clear rhinestones. And it looks like there are 3 different sizes on here. But isn't that beautiful? Because see, this one's, oh no, this one had come apart. That's what it is. That's okay, I can save that. But look at how beautiful these are. And you could resize them and you could make them into the small, the medium, or the large if you wanted to. But isn't that beautiful, you guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this trim and the AB, and oh my gosh, she sent me a whole bunch of different trims that are just beautiful, and she sent me some more of the pretty stuff that I really, really love as well, that I was using in a bunch of stuff and used it all. And then she sent me some of this too. Isn't that pretty? It's got the little faux pearls in it. That is gorgeous. So that would be pretty. Even just like one little strand hanging from one of these would be pretty. So, but for this purpose today, we are going to keep this out because I know it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm going to get to one end of this, and I am going to nip a couple of these off, just like that. There's one. Look at that. Ah! So pretty. You guys know me and my rhinestones. Oh my goodness, there's nothing better than having a lot of sparkle in your life, you guys. Okay, so there's that. Maybe I will cut one of these off too, in case I want to do this on one of them. So I've got one of those. Let me cut the stuff on the back off. There we go. There's that one. So you can see how far these are going to go, you guys. I mean, I'm going to be able to do all kinds of stuff with these. Okay, so these are cured. Real quick on this one, I am going to add, you know what? I don't think I'm going to. I don't need to add that on the bottom now. I was going to add one of these little filigrees at the bottom of this, but I may just put that on the bottom. I think I'm going to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do this one real quick since we've got it out here. Let's see. How is this going to go on? I'm going to cover up a couple of those little rhinestones, but that's okay. We're going to put it just like that. So what I want to do is I want to take a little dot of glue here and pop that one down and get it stuck. Let's make sure we've got it centered. Yeah. And then we're going to put a little dot of glue on this side and pop that one down, and let me get it forward here so I can see what I'm doing. So that's what that's going to look like. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? And then I'm going to take my resin and I'm going to resin it to the heart. So we're just going to squeeze some resin out here. I'm going to get it behind that big flower too. And maybe get some up under here. There we go. And I'm going to pop this in under my lamp. And we're going to give that a 60-second cure there. Okay. I'm going to hold down that center piece for a second. And then I'll flip it upside down and do the back side as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is very rough on the back side because of that glitter, but I have space back there so that I can add the last and final layer of resin to these. So we're just going to add a nice thin layer just to come up to the top edge of the heart. Put that on there, and then I'll just kind of smooth it around with my toothpick. Make sure that I don't have any parts uncovered. This one has a little bit more space in it, so I will put a dot more resin in this one. And then we'll get this one. And I think I got enough on those. Let's see. This one feels like it needs a little bit more. And then at the end, if we need to, we can sand the bottoms of these and add one more little thin layer of resin, and they'll be smooth as a baby's bottom. So we'll be good. Okay, and I'm trying not to get it over the edge here because sometimes with these molds, sometimes if you get it over the edge, it I don't know, especially when you use the torch on it, it will stick to the mold. Some of these molds don't last real long, you guys. I will tell you that. Some of them, they start to get sticky and the resin starts to stick to them, and there's nothing you can do about it. It just, you know, you'll lose one or two hearts on this mold, and then you'll lose another one until you have to buy another mold. But the molds are not incredibly expensive, so it's not that big a deal. You get a lot out of it before you end up having to get a new mold. So it's still well worth the money that you pay for these molds to get what you get out of them. I mean, honestly, even if I was only to get, you know, a couple of rounds out of it, when I sell these, I will get my money back out of the mold and then still make a profit on, you know, some of the other pieces that I make. So it's not a big deal. Okay, so, and I'm not sure where these heart molds came from. I may have to ask Sherry to send me a link to where she got them, because I'm just not sure. Okay, so I'll put that one, turn it over for a few seconds here. And we're going to torch the back of this real quick, just a quick loop. And this one's good. And let's pop these under the lamp. 90 seconds. All right. So that's this one. And then what we will do is we will take, I don't know if I have any over here. I thought I did, but maybe not. Okay, I've got some of my ball chains here. Let's see. We'll just take this one. And again, like I did with my other ones, I'll take my little round pliers. Try to remember to do this before I put these on here, but I always forget. And we're just going to round out the second hole down, the second big hole down on this filigree piece so that we can get our ball chain through there. Just like that. And just like that. I have more of this ball chain in a baggie that my friend sent me in Happy Mail, and I need to find that bag, honestly, to do the other ones, because this silver chain comes in this particular size, and this is a size that I like to put on these. This would even be pretty with a piece of this hanging from the back, like that. Look at that. I might want to do that on this one, because I really do love this one. This one I think came out fantastic. I just love it. And I can do it on the back of the other piece here so that I'm not losing this pretty rhinestone. Well, we're going to do that. We're going to go for it, you guys, and just resin this to this piece here. And we're going to lay it face down and hope, let's see, let me pull these out for a minute and lay this down on here. Make sure I have it in the center. Gotta check it real quick. No, I didn't have it quite there. Trouble is with this lamp, I don't have it lifted, so I can't get my hand under there real well. So, okay, I've got it. All right, and these seem to be ready. So are you guys ready for this? Ah, I'm so excited. I hope they turned out I really do, because I'll be so sad if they didn't. So the first one, look at that. It's beautiful. And you can see the flowers over here to the one side. Let me get, let's see, let me get a piece of felt here real quick so that you can see it a little bit better. So there we go. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Oh, I love it. And look at the flowers. They came out really, really nice. I don't know if it'll help if I turn that off. It helps a little bit. So there we go. There's that one. So one success. And number 2 is, ooh, look at that butterfly. Holy moly, is that pretty? Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. So pretty. And I can see the sparkles on the back side. You may not be able to see it. We've got a couple of little, I don't know if you can see them. See these little bits right here on the side? Here, let me pull it down. I'm going to have to nip those off, and those come off super duper easy. I can just take a pair of scissors and just nip just like that, and they come right off, those little balls that kind of show up. And I'm not messing up the heart at all. And that got all of those off of there. Is that gorgeous? Okay, so there's number 2. And number 3 is our bumblebee, you guys. I'm super duper excited about the bumblebee. Oh my god. Let me cut off the little balls. I don't think I have any on that side. Nope. Look at our bumblebee. Holy cow. Let me get my, I'm going to get my little felt piece here. And we will put them all on here. So that is all 3 of them. Let's see if the light helps at all. It just, you can see how shiny they are, you guys. The shine on these is amazing. But if I do this, it kind of gives you a little bit clearer view. Look at them. Oh my word. Okay, so we're not done yet though, you guys. We are not done yet. And I don't think I'm going to be able to finish all 3 of these off today. I do have to go to work in a little while, so that's going to be an issue. But look at, this one is done. And I'm going to show you guys with the felt under it. Maybe we'll go ahead and turn the light back on. Look at how beautiful that came out, you guys. Holy cow. Sherry, thank you so much for all of the goodies that you gave me to put in these, and Robin for the flowers and the pearls and everything that went in here, and the nail decals that went on the butterfly. Everything came out gorgeous. Just gorgeous, you guys. Thank you. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. I mean, honestly, this is amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead. Can you tell how excited I am? We're going to take some of this pearl and rhinestone chain, and we're going to use it to trim these guys out. So the first one I'm going to do is the bumblebee. And honestly, I was able to do this on top of this parchment paper yesterday, and added the resin onto it, and it didn't stick to the paper. So I'm hoping that I can do the same thing today. I'm going to get this so that the pearls and rhinestones are fairly close together. And this is the hardest part for me, you guys. It didn't used to be. This used to be something that I was really, really good at. But since I've gotten older and my hands have gotten a little shakier, I'm not as good at it as I used to be. But you know what? We're going to get this. Hopefully relatively quickly. See, and I just keep pushing it out of the way because my hands move and shake and all of that. So, sorry about that, you guys. This is the part that definitely takes me some time. I'm just going to try and get it sized up and then nip it, and then I'm going to try and make 3 the exact same size so that they're all 3 done and I don't have to mess with this this part again. Okay, so there we go. I wish it wouldn't keep moving and sticking to my fingernail. I've got a little bit of resin stuck to my nail. That's what the problem is there. Okay, so I think that's close together enough, and I think we're going to nip this right here. Where did my nippers go? And I'm going to make 2 more this exact same size. So all we're going to do that is we're going to lay this out and lay that one out, and we're going to nip that one right there, and this way I don't have to worry about it. And putting them on once I get the resin on there and everything is pretty easy, you guys. That is not a problem. It's just getting it set for the size that seems to take me so long. And before I was just doing it and not doing a bunch at one time, which is what I should have done when I made my first one. I should have made a few strands just so I'd be ready. Okay. So now we're going to take and we're going to put some resin in this little cup here, just like that. And I'm going to take my little brush. I have a tiny brush here. And I'm just going to brush the resin around. And like I said, this is parchment paper that I'm working on top of, you guys. I do have my silicone mat down underneath this, but I wanted to try working on the parchment paper just to see what would happen. And I was looking for a background that wasn't so white. And so this kind of worked out really well. And it's just still sitting on my table. So I thought, oh, well, we're just going to use it. Because it didn't look too bad so far. So I am actually touching the parchment paper with this brush, and I'm not worried about it. And we're just gonna wrap this rhinestone chain around it, keeping the rhinestones and pearls as close together as I can, so that it's nice and full. And it goes around this pointy edge of the heart really well. And this is a, you know what, I'm not sure how many millimeters this rhinestone chain is. I don't even think it is listed on the little spool that it's on. It's on the packaging usually when you get them, but I don't have the outside packaging. So, okay, so let me keep pushing this. I might have cut these a little too long, but better too long than too short. And I'm just pushing these around. Well, no, I think I've got it just right. There we go. So that one's ready. Maybe we can just do all 3 of these at the same time, and then we'll just pop we can move the resin all out of the way, and we can pop the lamp on all 3 of them and have them all done at the same time. I don't know that I will finish completely all of these, but if I don't, I will put pictures on the end of the video so that you guys can see how all of them came out. Okay, so now we're going to put this one on. I'm going to stand up too because sometimes I work better standing up when I'm doing this. I can really see what I'm doing. Oh, you guys, these are so pretty. I am so excited about these. And like I said, they can be used as your rear view mirror hangers on your car or purse charms. They would make beautiful, beautiful purse charms. There's just a lot of things you could do with these. Definitely amazing gifts. Anybody would love receiving one of these, I would imagine. I can't imagine not loving these. Okay, we've got one more here. Let's go ahead and go for it, you guys. We're going to just get all three of these trimmed out in their rhinestones. And I hope I don't have a problem today with this sticking to the paper. I don't think so, but you know, you never know. Sometimes you do something one time and it works, and the next time you do it, all of a sudden, especially when you're doing a video, suddenly it doesn't work like it did the last time. Happens to me all the time when I'm doing videos. Okay. So we've got that one on. Let's go ahead and put our chain on. See how quick it goes when it's already cut and ready to go? So you'll just have to measure your chain the first time around, and then you can take it from there. And I will be sure and get the link to these heart molds for you guys. If you want to purchase these will be available in my shop, my Etsy shop. So I will be selling these. If you like them and you don't feel like you want to make them yourself, you can purchase them in my store. Which reminds me, I need to do my giveaway for February for my Etsy shop. So I need to get that done and get my winner their prize. And that's the giveaway for people who spend $50 and more in my Etsy shop. So I will be doing that very shortly here, so that I don't get behind. Okay, so all three are ready. I'm going to get this resin out of the way and my brush, and get this resin out of the way. And we're going to bring our lamp over here. And sorry you guys, my lamp is a little bit kind of dirty. It's just got resin all over it. And I'm going to put that under there for 90 seconds. This is my beautiful, beautiful UV lamp that Sherry sent me. And I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go, you guys. They are all cured. I did flip them over and cured them on the back side as well, just to make sure that, you know, there was no wet resin on the back. So they're nicely done on both sides. Look at how sparkly they are on the back too. So these are ready now to finish off. So what we're going to do is I've got 1, I don't have complete filigrees. This is all I have left on filigrees, you guys. I'm sorry to say. I have one that I've rounded out at the top. And this one is not one of my better filigrees. I thought I had another one, but I guess not. Okay, so that's all right. This one will work. And we'll put this one, let's see, we'll put this one there. It still looks pretty. I have this one too, but it won't match the metals on, although this one would be pretty with the bumblebee. I just don't know. I guess it would look good with this too. You know what? We're going to do this one on the bumblebee, and that way I can use this one for this one and this one over here. There we go. All right. And this one we can save for another day. All right. I have my little tiny ones as well, but I don't want to use the little ones on these because they just, I don't know, I want to use the big ones right now. And this one we can save. And I may have a couple of those laying around somewhere else, but I'm just not sure where. So, all right. So the first thing I am going to do is, I know already that I need to nip off the edges of these. So I'm going to do that. On all three of these. And this one actually has a little bit of a patina on it. I've had it so long, it just kind of created its own patina, and that's okay. I like it. So I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. So there's those. All right. So let's go ahead and glue these down, and I'm just going to do like I ended up doing on the other one. I'm going to lay it just like that, and I'm just going to put a little glue right there and right there, and I'm going to hold it down for a minute. And I know it's straight. At least I think it is, because I can see it. Yes. That looks good right there. Okay, so that one's ready. Now let's put this one down. And of course, remember, face down with these. And this one, I'm just gonna pop it that way and make sure I get both sides down. And I didn't. Ugh. Well, I didn't do so good on that one. Let's try this again. Sometimes it takes more than one try. It's all right. All right, let me turn it around here. Just like that. Okay, so that one's ready. And now let's get this one. And maybe this one will just go right on down. We shall see. just like that. Okay. Yep, that one went on easy. Okay. You just get yourself a rhythm going on these, and it gets real easy once you get that rhythm down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our resin right here. And again, we're just going to do all three of these at the same time. Why not? And we're just going to go kind of all across that metal piece and up and over the top of it as well. Did I get this one? I did not. I don't know how I did that, but I just passed this one right up. Okay. So now, again, we're going to bring our lamp over and we're going to put it on for 60 seconds. And that should do it for that. Get our resin out of the way. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I'm super enjoying doing it for you, and I just hope that you guys like the outcome of these. I just think they're fabulous. I am super duper excited about this. And honestly, I think that's going to be okay for that, because I'm going to pop it back under the lamp again at the end. So these are definitely cured enough to work on them. So, all right, so we've got all three of them. I did cut out pieces of our little additions here. And I'm thinking I might just, for this one, I might just put this filigree, or the AB rhinestone piece on it. Although, yeah, I really do love the way this came out. No, I think I'm going to just do all of them the same. So let me clip one more piece of this off, and then I'm going to stop using this for a little bit because I'm going to run out of it real quick, and I'm not going to let myself do that again, because I have a fairly small piece of this here, so we're gonna take care in using it. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to put a little bead of hot glue right there and put that on. Just like that. Perfect. And then a little bead of hot glue on this one. And again, the hot glue is only to get this on here for now so that I can resin it down and know that it's not going to go anywhere. So that's the purpose for the hot glue here. I'm just using a little bit. I'm being very careful not to use too much or have a bunch of oozy glue coming out. There we go. So there's those three. And I need to resin these on, and then I will put them under my lamp, and then we will put the last pieces on, and we'll be all set. And I would have sworn I cut two of these off, but maybe I didn't. Oh well, that's okay. We'll get another one. So let's just get our resin on here. And I don't want to take too long to do this process because I don't want resin oozing out all over the place either. So there's that one. And that one. Okay. Lamp, do your thing. Okay, and I need to cut off one more piece of this dangle trim. So we're going to get that cut off. Oh my goodness, it's not cutting. Why? There we go. All right. I would swear I cut one of these off already. Oh, that's the one that was broken, so we don't want that one. Okay, there we go. All right, so those are done. And now we are going to resin these on to there. So the way that I'm going to do that this time is I'm just going to lay these out. How do I want this? Do I want this? I think I'm going to put this on this one, or maybe the bumblebee will get that one. And that. And that. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of resin on right on the rhinestones right here. And I'm going to lay that rhinestone piece right on top, just like that. And trust me, this will work, you guys. And if I have to, after I do this, I will add a little more resin around it to make sure that it's completely resined on there and nothing's going to go anywhere. But for right now, this is going to get it on there and get it to sit where it needs to be. And 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so here they are. They are finished. All we need to do now is add our ball chains. And again, I did not make my holes bigger before I put them together, so now I have to do it on here. And I hate doing this because it puts pressure on them, but it's okay. These brass ones are a little bit more heavy duty than the silver ones are. So they're just slightly harder to work with. But all again I'm doing is really rounding out this piece a little bit more, just so that I can get this ball chain through. So we're going to add our ball chains. And if I got it, I didn't get it big enough. Okay. And there we go. Once you get those holes big enough, it goes right through. And maybe I didn't get this side big enough either. I didn't. Okay. There we go. We'll hook that together. And there's that one. And hopefully I can get into this one easily. This one did not get big enough. I was afraid of that because this one was a little bit harder to work with. So I'm just going to wiggle it a little bit more. And hopefully that was enough. Ugh, I'm having a hot flash, you guys. Okay. Well, this one's really going to give me a hard time. Alright, let's hope the third time's a charm. There we go. And this one might be nice with a like a brass ball chain, actually. I don't know if I have any brass, though. I don't think I do. I can't say that I've ever ordered the brass stuff. I have it in the little pins and stuff, but not in the ball chain. I've got black and I've got a couple of other colors, but no brass. I need to do that. I need to order some. And I'm going to get, next time I get my filigrees, I'm going to try and get some of those in some other colors as well. Well, that's weird. The first few balls went through fine on this, and now it's not wanting to go through the rest of the way. Alright. Well, we have a cure for that. Okay, there we go. And that side. We'll hook that guy up, and then I'll show you guys how beautiful these are. There we go. Okay, so let me get my little white piece of felt here. And so there is that one. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? Oh my word, they're so pretty. I'm super excited about this, you guys. I may not want to do anything else for a while. There's our cute bumblebee. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I love my bumblebees. My bumblebees and my butterflies. I'm just super thrilled about all of them. And then here is our pink and white butterfly. Aren't those gorgeous, you guys? I'm so excited about these. I know you guys had to have liked this video. And then, of course, we have the one that I did before this video. So that's it, you guys. We've got 4 gorgeous little purse charms slash mirror hangers slash whatever you want to use them for. Aren't they gorgeous? So please, you guys, if you would, give me a thumbs up on this video. We need those thumbs up in order to get this channel growing. And I know I seem to have a hard time with getting people to do the thumbs up. I know all of the YouTubers do. And we kind of beg for it. But I'm begging you guys, please give us a thumbs up on this video. And make a comment, because if you guys do that, I'm telling you, it helps my channel so much. It helps it to grow, and it gets YouTube to put me in front of more viewers. And that's what we need right now, so we can hit that 20,000 subscriber mark. So let's do it, you guys. Come on, let's do this. Let's make this channel grow. And then please, 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 everybody, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay well. Love your family, hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them all the time. And God bless you all, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my channel and subscribing. And make sure that you guys are hitting that notification bell. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I've had a couple of subscribers that told me that YouTube literally went in and unsubscribed them from my channel. Why that is, I don't know, but it upsets me. And so make sure that you check to see that you are subscribed to my channel. If you're not getting those notifications, hit that notification bell and you'll get the notifications every time I do a new video. Thanks a lot, you guys. Take care. Be well. Be safe. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end because they're going to be good.